Hi, my name is Emily Crow. Welcome to my crochet and knitting podcast. And like I said, my name is Emily Crow. I am the maker and designer behind Crochet Creations, and I would love to share with you the things that I'm working on. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here, and if you have been here before, then I am so glad that you are back, and hopefully you can see some things that I've shown before as well as some new things. I like to do this podcast every few weeks. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, so even though this past week and a half or so I don't feel like I've done a ton, I've really slowed down a lot and just really taken my time, and it's been nice to not have as much stress. Self-induced stress, I guess. But I do have quite a few things to show you, surprisingly. I felt like I was missing a lot, but we're kind of doing this spur of the moment with my daughter taking a nap right now. So if there's something that I can't show you, I'll definitely make sure to put up a picture here, but I have most everything here that I can show you and progress on everything, as well as some new finished objects. So that's exciting. Nothing much is new going on here. Christmas decorations are still up. We're just kind of getting back into the swing of things. We were sick for a little bit, especially my daughter, but she is all better now, thank goodness. It's so nice to see her back to her normal self. I forgot to introduce myself a little bit. So yeah, my name is Emily, and I have a 1-year-old daughter named Georgia. My family and I live near San Jose, California, and we've been here for not too long. We are here for my husband's job. I have been crocheting since I was like 9 years old, but I recently learned how to knit this past year in 2021, and it's been so fun to explore both crafts. And so I have things to show you from both crochet and knitting. I am a maker and designer, and so I'll definitely have my pattern shops listed down below, Etsy and Ravelry. And as always, I have all my links in the description for yarns I use, the patterns I use, and designers, anything else specific that I mentioned. So you can always check out the description below to learn more about anything that I mention here. And let's get started. We are kind of flying by the seat of my pants a little bit because we just lost our internet for some reason, like maybe 20 minutes ago. So I can't look up my show notes that are on my laptop online. It's okay. I did go through everything, and so I hope that I can remember everything I want to talk about, and I have everything laid out here. So I apologize if things get a little bit vague if I don't remember everything, but I'll make sure to have everything in the description below that you need. First, I want to share I made something from Eclair Makery's new book, Crochet Colorwork Made Easy. I just was gifted this book by Page Street Publishing. I'm one of their ambassadors, so I'm not paid for anything, but I get a free book, and in exchange for this free book I just post about it a little bit on my social media. It's a pretty low commitment, but it's so fun. I get to combine my love for books and my love for crafting. It's fun. It's been my first experience getting to work with a brand in any capacity, but I got to make a pattern from this book, and the pattern I made, you can see it right there. It's the Diamond Reflections pillow, and it was a stash buster for me. I used Bernat Homemaker deck in 2 colors. I think cream and maybe stone are the colors. Super fun geometric pattern. It's a tapestry crochet project, which I have some experience in, but the cool thing about this book is that there's different techniques for like intarsia and stuff, and so I definitely want to learn more about other techniques for color work that I haven't done, or even Fair Isle, which is more similar to stranded color work in knitting that I am familiar with. So there's lots more to learn about color work, so I'm looking forward to that. But I definitely wanted to finish a project soon after getting that book, so I had something to post about. So I made this pillow since we needed a refresh in our house. I actually really like it. Nice and geometric, so it's like interesting but neutrals, so it will go with everything, and we are definitely a gray family. We really like gray, and as far as like a neutral color. I think we will like this pillow for a long time, so that's fun that we finished that. And I almost used up an entire skein of the white, and I used up most of a skein of the gray color that I used. So that's really nice. I can start working through my stash in that way. Speaking of stash buster projects that are finished objects, and I don't have too many finished objects. I've been doing a lot of custom orders recently. I have a booth at a farmer's market near me, the Cambrian Park Plaza. It's in San Jose, and I do that booth on Saturdays. I've started doing every other Saturday just so I have more Saturday mornings to spend with my family, but I've received some custom orders through that way. And I had a repeat customer actually, who had custom ordered a beanie and she loved it so much she wanted another. And so I made her other beanie and I literally just weaved in the ends this morning. So fun. I love this yarn. It is the perfect non-traditional fall palette in my opinion. So this yarn is Red Heart Hello Gorgeous in the color Sedona. The pattern, it's called the Erica Beanie and it's by Phaedra of Naughty Hooks. I will definitely make sure to leave a link in the description as well as put her name right here so that you can look her up. It's got this really cool cable crochet detail right there, and this is actually worked in the third loop of the half double crochet. So on one side it's got this really cool line texture, but my favorite side is this side, the back of it, which I really love. I love the texture that the reverse side gives. And I guess it's the front side of this because that's how the cables go, but I really do love this texture. So I just finished this beanie for a customer. So fun. I pattern tested this beanie super long ago. So like 2019, like summer 2019 was when I first started pattern testing. And so I pattern tested this, one of my first pattern tests, sometime that summer or in early fall, I think. It's fun to revisit that pattern. I guess it's two more things, but another custom order that I had for a sweet little baby. Oh my gosh, all about the baby makes. But they ordered a beanie and a matching pacifier clip. I'll show you the pacifier clip first. And I just mimicked the stripes on the beanie with the stripes on the pacifier clip. And you'll see it has an interesting texture. This is my Sweet Pea pacifier clip. It's a free pattern on my website, so I'll link that down below. It's super fast to work up. Honestly, it took me more time to weave in ends than it did to make this whole thing. So, I mean, that's my own dang fault. Super cute. It's 49ers colors. If you needed a reminder, go 49ers. So I made this beanie, and I'm so proud of this. I made it. It'll definitely fit big on a newborn, but that means that they'll be able to grow into it. I really hate how there's so many newborn beanies that like your kid wears for like 2 weeks and then they can't wear it anymore. So this is a little bit bigger so that they can wear it for a little bit longer. It is knit. They wanted the name of the baby on it. And I did this cool, I ended up duplicate stitching this. So you can see it's a little bit thicker. That's because I stitched those letters on top of the white. So I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do them. And I thought it would be faster to do it this way than to do color work since I didn't have a plan. And then I did gold as shadows. So freaking cute. Oh my gosh. It's got a double brim, worsted weight, and then it's just a stockinette. And then I did a spiral decrease. I don't have a pattern for this. It totally was just something I made up, hence why it's probably a little bigger than I would have normally intended to do, but it'll grow with the kid for a long time, which will be nice. I made this out of Loops and Threads Impeccable yarn, which is a weight 4, and it's one of my favorite acrylic yarns to use. You can just get it at Michael's. It's their in-house brand, and they have such a wide range of colors, and it is pretty nice to work with. And so I've used it a lot for amigurumis. It's nice for baby makes because it is machine washable, and with all the different colors, so it makes fun for like color work or similar type projects. That's my next finished object. So cute. And the matching pacifier clip. Ah, so cute. Oh my gosh. Makes me baby hungry, but not really. I have my own baby. She's a handful in a good way, but she's a toddler. She just learned how to climb onto a kitchen chair. She's unstoppable. Not too many finished objects right now, but that's okay. I've been taking it a little bit slow and just kind of relaxing a little bit and having less on my plate, though I am wanting to start new things. But first off, we'll show some whips. Alright, to start off my whip section, I actually have a hoe, a regular schmegular, no problem hoe, half finished object. It is a sock, yay! It's not blocked or anything because I'm not quite sure I'm going to keep it. I might frog it. I'm nicknaming it my apple socks because the main color is called Basket of Apples. It is by Divine Yarns. So pretty, and it's got this red delicious apple red, this little green speckles in it too. So fun. And I love this yarn a lot. I wanted this yarn to work so much that I got a Lang Yarns Jowl, which is like a fingering weight yarn, and it had reinforcement thread as well in this green color so that it would hopefully bring out more of the green in the main color. This is a toe up sock. I started this when I had not had a lot of practice making socks. This is maybe like the second or third, yeah, I think this was the third sock I cast on ever. So my first socks ever were toe up, then I had cuff down socks, and then I casted these on, toe up socks, and they've just been sitting by the wayside because I've had lots of other things going on. But since I cast these on, I've learned that I do really like cuff down socks. I really like how the stretch of a German twisted cast on is compared to like a super stretchy bind off or a toe up sock. But I wanted to finish these, and my intent was to do shorty socks because I had a 50 grams cane and that was all. And so I was following the same pattern that I did for my first pair of toe up socks. I did Jotor's vanilla toe up sock with choice of gusset and heel. No, with choice of, it's so hard to remember, it's such a long name. Like Jotor's vanilla toe up socks with gusset and choice of heel. So I did that, but it'd been so long since I worked on the pattern that I just kind of worked through it, and I didn't make any adjustments until I realized it was too late. You'll see that this heel flap is freaking tall. It is so big, and that's because on the very last round of the gusset, you end up increasing by many, many stitches. Like not just 2 stitches like you normally do on a gusset round. I think it's to make it a better fit? I don't know, because I really hate how this looks. It's so tall and awkward, and it makes, honestly, it kind of made things a little bit loose, and I wanted to do shorties, and I don't think that this pattern as written works well for shorties. Ultimately, I would like to stop the heel right here so it's like normal sized, and then do like 5 rounds of the leg, and then do 10 rounds of a cuff. It would be about this long, maybe even shorter. Just that it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't look quite right. My cuff is too loose because I only had 5 rounds because I didn't want to make it too tall. It's just like this part's awkward, like all this. So what I'm doing, because it is a half object, I started my second one already. Yay, no second sock syndrome here. I've got a long way to go still. I'm just on the toe, but I'm going to make this sock with the adjustments. So I'm not going to have as many stitches in my gusset when I start to do the heel. So that way my heel flap does not end up quite as long, and that way I can go straight into the leg and the cuff sooner, and hopefully it'll look nicer and fit a little better. So that's the hope, and if that works out and if I like how that fits, then I will frog this to about here maybe, which is really sad. It felt like it took forever to do this heel flap, but that's because it's also like a lot longer than normal. It's really sad, but it is what it is. We shall see. I really hope that I like the way the second one works out, because if I like it enough, then it won't be too painful to frog this and start the second half of it over again. I don't have a time frame for these socks, so it is okay. And I was thinking about it. I didn't want to frog it and then redo it and then have it still not quite fit right. I felt like that was a waste of effort. So I figured I'll do the second sock, see if I like it. And if I do like this fit better, then I'll be more confident at frogging. Because I would still wear them even if they didn't fit quite right. Because I am still learning making socks. But if I can make them fit better with things that I already know and can figure out, then I want to do that. So that's the plan. My next whip is actually part of the Love Note is in the Air Cal. So this is a knit along that Jessica of JS Threads 14 and I are hosting. Basically, you can knit a Love Note sweater any size, and it's a pattern by Tin Can Knits. You can knit any size as long as you start on or after January 1st and finish by Valentine's Day. So the point is to be able to wear it on Valentine's Day. Do some self-love, make yourself something really nice. There's still plenty of time to join in. Today is January 20th. Some people are already on their second one doing our cal. If you were to do a smaller size, like a baby or child size, it would work up super fast. The first Love Note I did only took me like 3 days to do, and that was for my daughter in the size 1 to 2 year. It's been really fun. Jessica and I are putting together a prize package. I'm making some stitch markers. She just finished dyeing her skein of yarn, and she is having it dry before she hangs it up. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. The color palette is kind of like roses and chocolates. It's so exciting, and it's been so fun to host a knit along. So I definitely would be interested in doing it again. It's just really fun to interact with other makers, to have us all make the same thing but see how we all make it our own, to be able to confer with each other if we have any questions or comments, to be able to encourage and uplift one another. It's been really awesome. I've really enjoyed it. So I hope to do another knit along or crochet along or make along sometime soon-ish. We shall see. Let me know if you have any kind of make along that you want to see from me that you'd love to participate in. So let me know down below. But I would like to show you my entry. Well, okay, it doesn't count because I don't win the prize. But I'd like to show you my love note that I am making. I am using, it's a minty color now. Woo. It is so soft and squishy. Oh, there goes my yarn. I have one sleeve done. I have my marker from, I just got too many things going on. It's hard to tell, but you can see that's my marker. That's about where I was last podcast. So I did a couple inches on the body, and I decided, you know what? I don't know if I have enough yarn to finish the body as long as I wouldn't necessarily want and do the sleeves. So I put those on hold so I could do the sleeves, make sure I had enough yarn to do the sleeves, and then I could just knit the body as long as I can with the yarn I do have. So I finished one sleeve, and I have maybe 3 inches left of the second sleeve. So it's coming along nicely, actually. And then once I'm done with that sleeve, then I will return to these balls of yarn that are like tied onto my stitch holder, and then I will continue on. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm just taking this one really easy. I'm sure I could do it a lot faster, but it's just been fun. Gimble's having issues again. If you were here for my last podcast, then you know something's going on, and I charged it, but you know, there's only so much you can do. Anyway, I'm sure I could finish this a lot faster, but it's been nice just taking it easy, working on it a little bit here and there, because it is really not a super time-consuming project. So that's been really fun, and I'm getting really close to being finished with the second sleeve. So I'm really excited about that. It's feeling more tedious to do the sleeves now than after the body because I'm not on the final stretch, but it's nice to get it out of the way without having the bulk of the body to move around. Okay, so it feels like we're gonna be painfully trying to get through this with my gimbal, so good thing there's not too much left. I have one more rip to show you, and this is actually a pattern design. I'm not sure the name yet, but I have a dishcloth set series, the Life is Gourd dishcloth, which has pumpkin stitches on it, and then the Feeling Pine dishcloth, which has pine trees. This is one with hearts for Valentine's Day. So it's got a really cool textured stitch combination, and I just did photos for the tutorial for that. So I've been working on this pattern. I definitely need to write up written instructions for how to do this stitch because it's not necessarily something everyone knows how to do because it's a very interesting texture. Very 3D, but so exciting because I'm just about ready to write this pattern. I'm really excited to have this tested. It's been really fun to have like a punny name to go along with the design. So if you have any fun punny names, let me know. So yeah, that's another new design coming up. Other designs, I've got the cardamom wrap with testers now. People are already finishing, and the cardamom ear warmer that is going to be with testers by the time this video comes out, and that'll come out at the same time as the cardamom wrap. So lots of exciting things going on. Not sure if you could hear that fire alarm. So there's lots of exciting things going on, and I'm super excited to gain some momentum with designing this year. I've got a couple knit designs in my head that are up my sleeve that will be coming. So I only have one acquisition. Gasp, I know! But this is one I've waited for a long time. Olivia and Oliver Fibers. So pretty. This is the eggnog sock set, and this is called Caramel, this little mini. This dyer is actually in the Netherlands, and I made the mistake of falling in love with the yarn and then ordering and realizing it when I was ordering from the pre-order that this was actually coming from the Netherlands. So it took a heckin' long time, but it just got here. I'm so excited for it. It's a 75-25 base, so this will be a really fun yummy pair of socks. This is definitely part of my color palette right now. All the warm neutrals. Yay! So that's so fun that finally came in the mail. Other than that, I do apologize. They're testing fire alarms in our neighborhood. So lucky us. We have a little bit going on in the background. And then with the technology issues too. So it's fine. It's fine. we're fine. So I have a couple patterns coming up soon that I talked about, and there's just lots happening. I'm really excited. I have a couple video ideas too for YouTube that are coming out. I'm doing a review of the Arch Ravels game soon. Hopefully I'll start filming that a little bit after this video ends. And then I've got a sock making vlog coming up. I've got all sorts of ideas, but I would love to hear what you would love to see from me. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you have any video ideas or anything that you want to see from me, because I love making a variety of videos. And so between different types of vlogs, product reviews, I have a few stitch tutorials, these podcasts, sit down videos, talking about my goals, anything I would love to share. So definitely let me know if there's anything you want to see. And let me know what I should work on next. Should I do a stash project? Should I do another Make 9 project? I'm really itching to cast on something new, and I'm just not quite sure what I want to work on. Do I want to try doing another design? I don't know. I just feel like I don't have very much on my needles and hooks right now, so let me know what you think I should work on next. A little hard with this gimbal being crazy, so I can't quite show you, but I could work on, I think, a pair of crochet socks. I have a pattern for that for my stash that I want to use. So I have crochet socks. Let's see. I could start a shawl from my Make 9 list. I'm not quite sure. There's all sorts of things that I want to make. And so I think there's just so many options, and I'm not quite sure what to work on. So let me know in the comments below what you think I should work on next. Anyway, thank you so much for being here despite all the technology issues and the fire alarms and me not having my show notes because the internet today is just kind of an interesting day. But thank you so much for coming and for hearing everything that I'm working on. I love sharing with you guys, and I especially love reading your comments and being able to chat with you there. So definitely I would love to hear more from you. All my social media handles are linked in the description as well if you'd like to follow me on there and connect with me in that way. I will definitely see you guys soon for the next video. Bye.